guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, so this video, I didn't plan it. I was thinking, you know, it's time to do my makeup because I think today I might go out with my family for dinner. So I was like, you know what, let me do my makeup. But then I was like, wait, this is a good opportunity to actually like film my get ready with me chit chat like I have done before, I think. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So I am just here on my floor and I have my makeup in here. So I just want to say that it's crazy how before I would have like a whole storage of makeup, but now like everything's here. So anyways, I thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't subscribed and you just like fashion and vlogs and just life chats, then go ahead and subscribe and like this video and show me some support in the comments, or follow me on Instagram and on my TikTok. And other than that, enjoy the video and let's get talking. So as I said, I think I might go with my family to dinner, so it is not going to be like any specific look, just whatever comes to mind. These days I've been really liking like a glowy natural kind of makeup, but I do kind of want to play with like a colorful, not colorful, but like with a different eyeshadow on my waterline, because usually I've just been using like very neutral colors, but today I kind of want to try maybe a yellow or something. So that's about the look. So as I said, I didn't plan this video, so I don't really have a specific agenda as to what to talk about, so I'm just gonna let it flow. But I do kind of want to specifically talk about something so the video won't be all over the place. So I just want to talk about life and life things we expect, and just society's expectations of us and how that can overwhelm you and blah blah blah. So hopefully I won't get too emotional. I don't think I will, because I don't want to go so deep into it, just like a chat. But let's go. Anyways, my hair is clipped and it's ready. Look at the designer bags. Are you guys envious? Because recently, like, a lot of people have been, well, not a lot of people, but I've seen a couple of videos where like people are putting like some kind of brown tint, for example, like something like this under their eyes for like a tired look. And I'm just like, you're trying to come with somebody with really bad under eye circles even if I sleep early. It's like hereditary. It's like I use concealer and still I look tired. Anyways, let me stop talking. By the way, this is just like a chit chat get ready with me. It's not a tutorial, so I'm not going to be showing exactly what everything is. If you guys are certainly interested in something, let me know in the comments and I can certainly tell you about it. Yeah, so one of the things I just want to touch upon is just how, like, especially in your 20s like I am, and you like graduated college or you're in college and you feel like lost as to like what to do. Oh my god, I put so much. Like, I feel like, I was thinking about this today, I feel like it's a lot of like society's kind of outline and plan. Like, okay, you finish college, okay, get to work, okay, after you need to get married, okay, you need like a good job, you need to have kids. Like this whole not routine, but this whole plan for your life is like already set by society of what is expected from you. So I feel like for me, in case you guys don't know me or haven't followed me on my YouTube channel, I graduated university last year, 2021, in the spring, and in that August of 2021 I moved to South Korea to be an English teacher, and I came back in March 24th because I was let go of work. And if you guys want to know why, I'll link that down below. But anyways, I arrived back, and obviously it's been kind of not hard, just challenging, I guess it's the same thing, to adjust back in so many ways. Because even though, if you guys saw my video about why I left Korea, like even though I was feeling lonely, missing home, and going through a lot of like mental and emotional struggles, I had formed a routine where like I could just walk out and go to a cafe and get distracted, even if it was by my own. And here it's like, before leaving I also sold my car, so like I can't really go out here because there's no car left at my home, because you know my parents are working, my brother's at school, and so it's been that struggle of just like being here. So I've been feeling very useless, and I don't have a job because, you know, my focus already back from Korea was to like take care of my mental health and just adjust back and not rush into everything. But even though it's been already almost 2 months since I arrived, I feel like I haven't, like, why am I just here? I'm not doing anything. I don't have a job, and I feel like Like in my head, it's like, oh, it's your fault because you don't have a job, you didn't research before coming. Like, what are you doing with your life? You literally have a degree and you're not like using it for something. And that itself has been beating myself up for since I arrived. And yes, the first couple of weeks I allowed myself just to be lazy and take care of mental health and everything, but I just want to be able to like feel like I am earning money and I am growing in whatever area that is. But the thing is, I am lost as to what to do as in career wise. Like, I majored in psychology and I minored in sociology, and those are fields that I really am interested in. I do not regret studying those degrees, but now that I have it, I'm like, do I really want to be in like social work? Do I want to be like a psychologist? Like, do I want to work like in rehabilitation centers? And honestly, I don't. It's not so much because I don't want to deal with patients, it's just it doesn't interest me as much as it did while I was in university. Actually, while I was in university, I wanted to be a psychology professor, and even though that's something I can still pursue because I can eventually like get a doctorate or a master's, it's not what's calling my attention or making my heart beat fast of excitement these days. Well, not these days, but always what's interested me is like social media, and also just like engagement, like in schools, like student engagement, or like advising slash recruiting students slash planning events for that office slash promoting a business, all of those kind of things. And I think that falls under like communication slash, why am I using slash a lot? I think that just falls under like communications or public relations, marketing, business, you know. So I feel like, okay, I can go back to school and get my master's, because either way I wanted to get my master's, because I just feel like, yes, bachelor's degree is great already and a lot of hard work, but for me, I've always felt like getting a master's would make me feel even more accomplished. Like, I'm doing that for me. And yes, my mom specifically has said, like, you don't have to go back to school, like, you already studied for years, just find a job and work yourself up from there. And I'm like, yes, but I truly just do want to further my education. And I just want to be able to say I have a master's. Like, I didn't stop at bachelor's, if that makes sense. And I know that in the end run, getting a master's would be really helpful. And I know it's something that I can set an example for my future kids as well. So that's why I want to do it. But yes, like right now I have no job, and I'm very transparent and I am not ashamed. Yes, I am a little embarrassed, but I truly believe everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that God is working in me. And I still feel like I'm getting emotional right now. I still feel like He is working on my mental health, and I am working on my mental health. And I am an overthinker, okay? I am an overthinker. You can give me the simplest thing and I am gonna make many scenarios or many what ifs, and I don't know. Sorry guys, there was like a notification on my phone that I had to read, so I forgot what I was talking about. But let me just talk about, yes, that I want to go back to school, and so I'm applying into that, and I am just trying to tell myself not to overthink, to just work on myself more, and that I'm just telling myself I don't have to have everything figured out already. Just because I see other people my age that have a career, have a job, and have so many experiences, doesn't mean I have to do it so quick, because everyone has their time. And you know what sucks? It is something I don't like about myself, is that I am so I'm such a motivational person, and I always like try to build up confidence in other people. For example, like if somebody were coming to me, my situation, saying like, oh my god, like I see all my friends and like I feel like I'm worthless right now because I have a degree and I'm not doing anything and I have no experience, to that person I would probably say like, but look at what you've done. You moved abroad and you have your degree, and maybe you don't have a job right now, but I'm sure you will find one. Just take it at your pace, research on your own, like take it slow. You don't have to have life figured out, you're young. That's what I would tell them. But to me, telling it myself, somebody telling me that, and people have, I've just been like, oh yeah. But I go back to my room, I go back being alone in my home, and I'm just like, no, you're not doing enough, you moved abroad, that is not enough. Like, don't cry, Jen. But that's how I feel. Like, honestly, like, I feel like I didn't do nothing and I'm just wasting my time, and I do regret, but I don't like to regret. I regret not doing internships and looking more into like what I actually want to do. But I didn't know what my true passions were, or what I really wanted to work in when I was in university. It happened more until like I went abroad and I found myself more. I really became more independent and I really realized what I want to do, what interests me. So it's all for a reason, you know. And honestly, I don't know if this is off topic and I don't want to get emotional, but you guys know I love cute things, right? Like, if you guys saw my room tour, if you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then you were probably familiar with like my aesthetic. It's so cutesy, and like all the cute Care Bears and decoration things here and there. My room, I feel like if somebody walked into my room, they would think maybe a young girl this is her room, like a 10-year-old. But I am 23, and sometimes I look around my room, or sometimes I look at my feed on Instagram, or what I'm posting, or what I get excited for, and I just tell myself, you're 23, you're a woman. And once again, I keep throwing at myself, you don't have a job, and you're over here wasting your time on being creative on your little top loader business that you are just enjoying, or you're over here trying to make fun, cute TikToks for your own enjoyment, where you should be researching and getting a job, and so on, so on, so. And I just feel sometimes like I've tried to make myself seem more quote-unquote professional and more my age, but I always come back to just wearing what I want and expressing myself through my clothes and through the cute things. And all of these cute things makes me happy. And I actually want to make another video about this while I decorate a top loader, because that's what some of you guys voted for on my Instagram, if you know what I'm talking about. So I get that pressure also when I look at society, what like a graduated 20-some-year-old should be doing, like already like be having their career set and having a family and everything. And so I compare what I have now and how I am to what society wants and expects, and it really does take a toll on me. And I hate that if it's about someone else, like if once again, if somebody came to me telling me kind of what I'm going through, I would tell them just to ignore society and to not give into society's expectations, and to take it at your own pace, and to always first take care of yourself. But I do not take my own advice, and I really don't like that about me. And I feel like that's where my mental health needs to really be worked on, to take my own advice, you know, because it truly is so difficult. And if you've gone through the same thing, then you know how it feels like to struggle with that mentality, that you're so good at giving advice and motivating others and telling others that it's okay, but you can't take that on advice. So you're constantly blaming yourself and pulling yourself down, and in the outside you seem so happy and joyful, and like you're always talking about God, and but truly sometimes you're just broken. And I'm okay, guys, but you know, there's those days where I'm just like so down and neutral, and I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to have a family by 30. I'm using this. But anyways, that's what's been going through my mind about, you know, like society pressure, I guess, to have your life planned out. And also the thing with me is that I am a very visionary person, in the fact that like I envision and want to plan the future, and I want to control my future in more of like, for example, every day I do to-do list, and if I don't do something in that list, I already feel like a big failure. And so that sometimes I feel about that about my life, like, okay, like I thought by 25 I would already have a family, and I'm 23, and like you never know in 2 years. But like it's like, I think first I need a job so I can have a good, sustainable, stable family. And I don't know if you understand what I'm going at. I feel like I'm being so confusing, but I just feel like I have to have everything planned out. So right now in my situation that I am like here back home and not really doing anything job-wise, I feel very just not useful. And yes, I do blame myself as well. Like, I'm like, well, instead of complaining, get up and like take a free course online about what you want to do to get knowledge and watch YouTube videos. And I actually researched on that today. We just gotta keep our mind busy and just, instead of complaining, do something. And that is something that I learned also a lot while I was living abroad and before leaving abroad, like the whole process. Like, many people say you want to go teach abroad, but like, do you actually go? Or many people say I want to study abroad, but do you actually go? And it all takes just like a drive in you that you're actually going to do what you're talking about. So I feel like that's what I'm working on right now in general. Like, okay, you say you want to go back to school, then do it. You have time, you're young. Or like, oh, you say you want to start out a job and from there work yourself up, do it. Like, I just, at the end of the day, I want to do something that I'll enjoy. And if it's something that I did not study in or precisely plan, but if God puts me there for a reason, then I'm gonna work on that purpose until it's fulfilled and learn, because everything in life teaches you something. So I feel like that's how I should see it as. Okay, quickly guys, I think I'm just gonna like try to like speed up my makeup because I think my brother is arriving soon and like I don't want to be filming while he's here because I get shy. But yeah guys, I just hope you guys see where I'm getting at, but we don't have to have everything planned out, and it's really not healthy to compare ourselves to others. And you know, maybe some people might look at me and say, she went abroad, she is like so quote unquote like aesthetic online, and she has a lot of faith, like how does she do it? Some people might see me that way, but I think I just need to recognize what I've done and give myself credit for what I've done and how far I've grown, not just educationally or career wise, but mentally, emotionally, because also growing emotionally is such a big thing that a lot of people take for credit. And I feel like that's something that we all just need to grant ourselves more, recognize when we're growing emotionally and mentally. Like, those are also great achievements that I feel like a lot of people don't celebrate enough. And you know what, I'm gonna learn to recognize that, and you gotta recognize it too. But now that I kind of vented a little and just talked about what I've been going through about this, I just want to go ahead and take this time to motivate you guys, because I'm a motivator. Just truly, if you're in the same spot as me, let's just work on ourselves more. Maybe this season of waiting and figuring out what we really want to do is meant to happen so that we can take care of our mental health, emotional health, and our relationship with God. Or if you don't believe in God, just know that He loves you in general, and that everything is planned out, and that we can trust in Him and we can have hope in general. Just having hope helps, and maybe this is our time to just grow in like what we truly enjoy, whether it is creating content online, whether it is meeting new people out and about, whether it is getting closer to your family. Like, we shouldn't oversee this because it's all for a purpose. Maybe whatever you're going through now is going to help you in your job that you're going to get, or like going back to school. Wait, let me put on this lip tint. So yeah, and I just want to tell you that if you're currently in college or you're already graduating, you feel like even if in your job you feel like you're not doing enough, let's all together let's just try to not feel pressure from society and not do what society tells us to do in a certain time frame. You know, there's very young people who are so famous, you know, and there's very older people, individuals who are still figuring life out, but they're doing okay. They're surviving, they're being stable, and we just have to really picture that God made us all unique, and we all have different walks in life, and we all have different purposes, and we don't have to have it all figured out just because society tells us like you have to be married by 30, or like if you don't get married after 35, you're like, what are you doing with your life? Examples. Or like if you don't have a career or whatever, like let's just not think of that right now and focus on ourselves. And if you want to go back to school, okay, go back to school, and don't feel like you're not doing anything, because getting an education is not easy. It's like a full-on job. So okay, I feel like I need to tell myself that. Like, oh, I'm telling you. But if nobody has told you that they believe in you, I'm just here to tell you I believe in you. And if you guys want to talk more about this, and I can maybe like make another kind of chit chat, but more in depth and more detailed and more deep, let me know in the comments. I really want to like do videos like this on my YouTube channel because it's healthy and more people are talking about this kind of things on here. But I feel like sometimes people still are afraid to be transparent about what's going on in their life, and I'm just here to be kind of that little getaway for you guys. And I hope that whoever's still watching knows that you're beautiful, you're awesome, you can be hardworking, you just gotta try and not give up, and let's take care of our well-being, and let's take it slow, and let's just trust in the process, trust in God, and I don't know, just we can do it. Yeah, so I think I am done with the makeup, so let me just put this in spray. Oh, it's so fresh. Also, not sponsored, I wish, but I got this lip gloss from Care Bears from Wet n Wild at Ulta, and I'm just gonna put it on top of this one. Look at that. I love. Okay, now I'm ready. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you genuinely enjoyed this little chit chat conversation. Get ready with me, and if you guys are interested in anything I use, let me know in the comments and I'll surely reply to you. If you truly just want to talk to me and vent about something that you're going through, if it's similar to what I talked about or another thing, really I say this with like genuine care. My DMs on Instagram are open. You can always reach out and we can talk, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone in if this is what you're going through similarly. My vocabulary is all wrong, but really my DMs are open. Stay tuned for more videos, and if this was your first time on my channel, subscribe. It would help your girl out, and if you're already subscribed, like, and yeah, I feel like those YouTubers like, comment on this video, turn on your post notifications. You should though. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.